Hi, I'm Wendy Weir with Libra Tea. How are you doing this morning? Thanks so much for joining us for this Tea Moment Monday. We love to be able to start the week with a way of being able to settle in and find our peace because, boy, the week gets going really quickly. I know already my to-do list seems to have added up. And actually, this is a perfect time to have a tea moment at that time when I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So, yes, a tea moment. When we first started this a couple of weeks ago, the first thing we did was we talked about, well, what's a tea moment? And really, it's a moment to connect and reflect in your busy day. And we've always had that as the definition and the thinking of it since the beginning of it. And I told you a little bit about the tea moment history, about how a bus in Shanghai, it was crowded, I was anxious, everything was going on. And yet somehow in the midst of all that chaos, there's a way to have a peaceful tea moment. So then the next week we talked a bit about, well, let's see if we can find the place of inner peace inside, because truly all of us really do have that place. And sometimes we get a little disconnected from it. And so for me, that's what a tea moment really does. And it allows me to come back and it allows me to settle in and find that place of peace. And I was at a meditation seminar yesterday afternoon, and I really enjoyed it because what it helped me understand and really reinforce is that the more times I go and visit that place of inner peace and the more time I spend at that place of inner peace, the more my body and my brain remember what that experience is like. And so it's just like any other habit, whether they're a good habit, whether they're a bad habit, it doesn't really matter. Habits are habits. And so what is just lovely is that we can reinforce whatever we'd like. And so I want to reinforce a little more peace in our world, because I think that most of us can agree that, you know, if I'm feeling more peace inside, I will actually be more peaceful in my world, and those people I come in contact with, I can be more understanding, I can be more patient, even in my own work and phone calls and all that kind of stuff. It's so important that I do have that bit of inner peace. You know, sometimes conversations always aren't easy, so it's great to be in a great settled place to be able to be as compassionate and understanding as is possible. Keep on losing my light here. But anyway, we'll keep on going. And so what I wanted to talk about a bit today was this idea of the habits and the practices, and that our body knows from the doing over and over again. And I gather there's quite the scientific term for this neuroplasticity. And so that just means that, you know, the synapses in our brain, they are used to doing things in a very used to way because of our habits and because of who we are and all of that. So I think this habit of inner peace is something that we can also train our brains to find. And the more often we go here and have a moment of peace in our day, the easier it is for us to get back to, and the more available it is, such that when we're even just, you know, thinking that we need a moment of grounding, of needing a moment of settling, we can actually come into this place and go, oh yeah, I do have some inner peace inside. So I just like again to, in this moment, have this place of inner peace. And really it starts with the breath, and the breath connects our outside and our inside. So taking a breath down into our belly, because that's where we can take breath that will relax us the most. And two more. I love threes, so 3 breaths. Allowing the world to just fade away a little bit on that 3rd breath, and finding inside that place of really inner peace, Where does it reside for you? Some people will say it's in the forehead, between the eyes, on the third eye. Some people will say that really that place really resides in their heart. Some people, it'll be right in their belly, where they just really need to feel a sense of grounding. Bringing to consciousness the idea of the peace and the peaceful place that we've found inside, and allow that to really be with us for a moment as we recognize our place of peace inside. It's a very personal process, and it really helps us connect with our true self, the one that's peaceful, the one that's grounded. Taking another breath and allowing slowly to open the eyes, the light, the world to be back there again. But meanwhile, you've had that place, and you've had that place of peace, and that's inside, and it's always there. And so I ask you, not just on Mondays, but today I'm going to ask you, I'd love it if you would be willing to go and actually enjoy these moments of peace every day, just once a day. And even best if when you're feeling a little frazzled, a little in a rush, those kind of things, just slow down, take a couple breaths, even stop, find that place of peace, and know that every time you go back there, you've found that place of peace, and it's going to be easier to find next time. And that place of peace is really your inner true self. So I wish you the best for a wonderful week, a peaceful week that you can start with peace within. And the more often we do this, the more habit we have, and a good habit. And that's the habit that we really love to have inside that allows us to feel settled. Well, as a single mom, Amber, yes, I can imagine it really is quite difficult, especially with your two boys, as you've commented here. However, maybe there's a place somewhere where you can get a quiet place and be able to go inside, even if you get to wake up maybe 15 minutes earlier than them. Hopefully you have a few minutes at the end of the day after they go to bed. And I know it must be an incredibly busy life. So I wish you the best, and even just keeping the consciousness that you have a place of peace inside. My best to you, and have a wonderful week. And may you be well, do well, and find that place of peace inside you and visit it daily. Thanks so much. Libra Tea Moments, we do love to inspire our tea moments. That's what it's all about for me. And so this Tea Moment Mondays is going to be a joy, because we're going to keep doing it, because there's no better thing to come back to start the week. Thanks so much. Thank you, Amber. Give it a go.